Welcome. What's going on out there, guys? Baby, life is good. Life is good. Especially when you got the Synergy 4 Nitro V blade, trailing point. It's a big dog. It's Jim O. Young. Jim O. Young design. Didn't you got the big award at the Blade because back in the day, 1999, I'm gonna party like it's night. Okay, but it's when he had his own integral knife, and then when We Knives picked it up, it was called the Synergy 2, because of course it's not the first one, and now this is a Synergy 4. Of course, you can get this in a trailing point, but you can get this in a Tanto, okay? And either way, it's going to be a behemoth. And I saw Jim O. Young, okay, who's a shooter. He's a shooter, man. He is. He's a shooter. Hold on, let me see if I got a picture of this crazy person. Hold on, I got somewhere if I can parse pages apart. See this guy? That's Jim O. Young. Yeah. Don't make him mad? This is my question. Okay. Because he is like an international world class shooter. So, yeah, that might be a bad thing. Um, Actually, he's a very, very nice person. The worst thing about him is he lives in California. Jim, you like guns, knives. You live in California? Come on, man. Come on, man. But the Synergy. And this one's going to be affordable. Affordable, right? Affordable, maybe not so portable, but affordable, right? Because yeah, he gave it up, man. We at SHOT Show 2023, I met him and we did a little video. You can go back in my library of videos and look at that because that was him talking about this. And We Knives, Civivi Knives, had not given the go ahead to do this yet. And so we tried to circumvent their authority by putting a little pressure on them by doing a video talking about this. And people were like, oh my God, I hope they do it. You know, that kind of give a little nudge to Joe over there at We Knives. Okay. Is that 4 inch? That 4 inch blade, by God. And jeez. And it's something like 101 or 100 millimeters. 9 more than a quarter. 9.3. 23 point, I mean, God, this is 23.6, 23.7 centimeters. It's a big knife. There's your lockup. It's a liner lock. It's nested liners. Okay. It's grippy, G10, and you can get it in black blade, Tanto blade, whatever. Okay. 3.94-inch blade. They just won't admit the truth. Face it, guys. Come on. It's a 4-inch blade. Okay. 115. Well, that's MSRP, obviously. So not minimum advertised price. We'll get to that. Synergy 4, 9.31. Well, they're right about that, right? They're right about that blade length. Well, they are saying 100 millimeters. Let's do the math. That's a 4-inch blade. Okay, so all this kind of stuff, blah, blah, blah. More stuff about that you don't want to know about. Crazy wild man. And Jim O. Young, mechanical engineer back in the day. Okay. So, but he got into, he actually, he liked knives. And this is on the 7th of August. It seems like every 7th of the month, we or Civivi and or We Knives is dropping some new models. So that's interesting. But see, 97. Okay, hold on. LTK discount code 10%. Whoop, $9.70 off of $97. Now it's in the 80 something dollar range. Correct. Correct. Okay. And take a look I'll give a link to both Civivi knives and White Mountain. You can look, see all the variants. You can jump in and get what you want. Get what you want. I thought this would be interesting, maybe in a Caribbean blue or no sapphire blue color or something like that. Because when you get these light gray scales, you can dye them. Maybe green, maybe purple, blue, definitely. Okay, deep carry pocket clip. Got a couple of screws there. So it's set up, for right hand tip up only. But go on Civivi side or whatever, they sell titanium pocket clips, right? And I believe this will be in that category because they sell the titanium pocket clips, and then they have group A, B, C, D, whatever pocket clips. And so they have different pocket clips made for different groups of Civivi knives. So check that out. But yeah, a nice little pocket clip works really good. Okay. And lock up solid. Let's get weight on it because you would think it's real heavy, but it's not that heavy. It's 5 ounces. I mean, you were gonna think what, six plus ounces, but it's not. It's barely 5. Okay, so it's not that heavy. It's crazy. Okay, yeah, 144 grams. Okay, I know. I mean, when you actually feel it in your hand, because of the surface area and the size of it, it just feels kind of crazy light, actually. And you go, wow, this doesn't make sense. This should be, or it seems like it should be much heavier, but it's not. Okay. So, yeah. Uh, and how did Jim O. Young get into shooting? Went out to a range with buddies of his, and it's just like, you know, he was shooting mosquitoes out of the air. I'll get the left rear leg. I don't know. He just had a real knack for it. And so he got into it. It's like international championships and stuff like that, world, whatever. So yeah, he's good at that. And he's got a bunch of sponsors. If you saw his, what he was wearing and stuff, he's got. So this isn't his only rodeo, of course, obviously, but this is a good rodeo to be in right here. Flipper tab's nice. Flicks open. Detent is appropriate. Yeah, it's appropriate. I want to throw my shoulder out. Hold on. Yeah, nah. It's appropriate. It doesn't feel like the detent's that strong. Okay. But it's snappy. And you know what? You're not going to throw it out easy. So the detent is appropriate, especially you got no thumb studs or cutaways or anything to be able to finger flick. So if all you can do is the flipper tab, then really, to tell you the truth, you can have a little stiffer detent. And yes, and that's good. And you got a little backspacer. You got big old hole for a lanyard if you want to have one. And I'm thinking, yeah, those are number 8s. Number eight. Is that a number 8? Maybe a 9. I don't know. I'll check that out. I think number 8's gonna work though. So yeah, it's pretty clean look to it, and I'm not getting any blade play or lock rock or anything like that. And you're asking yourself, will it will it will it actually be a knife? Dog. Okay. I think the answer is a resounding yes. Wow. That is yeah, it's sharp. Okay, 0.52 of an inch, 13.4 millimeters. So it's got some stuff in the hand, right? This is not a little 0.46 or anything. And let's kick this over a little bit and get up on the fatty and see where we're at. Well, 3 millimeters. So it's not okay. 0.11. That's about par for the course on a lot of knives these days. So slicey little dude, huh? Piercing, slicing. This ain't gonna be no problem. Nice palm swell, easy ergos. Kind of interesting they didn't do any like jimping, like thumb ramp thing, but but this is grippy. This is grippy. You got it here. And really, this, you can see that you got a differential here in the height, and it's jimped in here, texture, whatever you want to call it. So, whoosh, over the detent ball real quick, super quick. It's it. That's it. Okay. So, fidget friendly. Oh, yeah, you can, yeah. Because that flipper tab, hit you right in the thumb, boom, bang, done, right? If you got big hands, this will be fine because I mean, look at how much you got out of there. Wow. You could sneak up here, and there's not a big choil, but there's a choil enough to be kind of adequate for if you really wanted to hike up on here, that whatever. And it didn't need to be any bigger. I don't know if they could have dragged this back just a 32nd or a 16th back, but I think we're good. It's pretty true, obviously, to the design, so keep it there. And of course, the design flow is beautiful and into here. And then with this wraparound backspacer, I think you're okay. Let's pop it out a little bit. Okay. Yeah, I mean, you're right there. Okay. Okay. So I'm good with it. I'm good with it. Thickness is good. It's not too overwhelming. This definitely does not feel heavy in the hands, and it feels real nimble in the hands. Okay. But it is a big dog, so it may not be your dog. But it's definitely my dog. I like it when they get like this, and not too cumbersome and overwhelmingly heavy though, and it's not that thick, so this will slide in the pocket pretty easy. Yeah, I like it. So let's rip the dog apart. And I'm on a number 8 here, so that's what I'm going to do. I don't know. I didn't try a 9 on it, but 8's working. And I'm going to wonder these pocket clip screws, are they? Nah, I bet they're number 6s. Hold on, let me grab my 6. Yeah, they're 6s. Which is about par for the course on Civivi and other knives. I mean, pocket clip usually hang in there at is that longer? That is longer, isn't it? Yeah, that's definitely a longer screw here. So we're going through something here. If you see the length of the screw, yeah, definitely longer. Okay, now, so we got that apart. What are we going to do? Open it up. Okay, nested liners, no internal screws in here, so we're good there. Wow, okay, you're just going to come apart. There it is, ceramic detent ball. Obviously steel liner, so you don't need a steel insert. And let's get you out of here, dog. Okay, there. Ceramic bearings. Okay. And if you see on the other side here, that's all G10, but they got steel reinforcement. If we can sneak this thing off of here, if I just have to push it through from the other side. Okay, you're going to give up the ghost finally? There you go. Okay. Ceramic bearings, but you got this area in here. Sit down, and of course you got the little bumpity bump here, the humpity and the bumpity that come together. God dang it! Come here. It's always the opposite area, and then you can't see it. Yeah, you can barely see it right there, the little notch. So that centers the logo and all that good stuff. And then here's all this insanity here with the blade stop and all that. But yeah, these bearings seem like the diameter in the center is a little bit bigger than others, right? And maybe that's because the diameter of this is bigger. It seems that way to me, that's what this is. Okay? So that's how this thing gets captured, is by the notch and all that. So we good. And so all we had was just the lock bar nested, and there's nothing here except for just this reinforcement around here. Okay. So that's the disassembly. And we are finished. Yeah. Synergy 4. Synergy 4. Big dog. Big dog. Feels light though. And not all that thick here. So nice and slicey as well. So if you like the Synergy and you want to own one for, what was that? If you took the discount and all that stuff off of what they're asking, to be in the 80s, right? So okay, Nitro V comes, with a pouch, and I didn't show you, and that kind of thing, right? Because it's all about the knife. The knife. And I would like to remind you all, yes, Love Them Knives got a website, pre-owned knives. Check it out. There's all kinds of crazy stuff dumping in there every week. Every week. Okay, new stuff rolling over. And if you want to sell your knives with me, just lovethemknives@gmail.com. Let me know, and I'll give you the spiel. Take care, my friends, because we do love them knives. So you guys stay sharp.